Hello everyone, Danny Garola here with stampinthepinkbarn.com, coming to you from a bright and sunny Tucson, Arizona. So today I have some beautiful cards for you guys using the new Unbounded Beauty Suite Collection. I did just notice that the Suite Collection is not available right now. It will be available if you want the whole Suite Collection, if you just want to use that one code and get it that way. The only thing causing the whole Suite Collection to not be available right now are these super cute little gems that go with this. These are called the 2024-2026 in color resin dots. These are currently out of stock, so that is why they are causing the issue with the whole Suite Collection, but everything else is available. Beautiful, beautiful paper in this Suite Collection. I got my paper share order done today, so those of you guys who have ordered my paper share, that should be shipping within the next couple of days, and then it takes probably about 3 or 4 days to get to me, and then I will get that all packaged up and get that sent out to you guys, because you guys are going to love this paper. Ooh, it's so fabulous. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Wendy. Welcome, ladies. Hello, Denise. So we have got some changes in our future. We were going to go to Oregon in June. We were going to leave Father's Day and stay there through like the 3rd or 4th of July. We are just not comfortable driving that whole long distance yet in the big beast out there, because it's just something we need to become a little bit more familiar with. So that being said, my friends came over on Thursday, and we sat down and we went on the Arizona camping website, and so we have booked ourselves a trip. We're going to be going up to it's called Dead Horse Ranch. We are going to be staying on the Quail Loop, which is one of the campgrounds there, and so we're going to be leaving the last week of June and going up there. I'm so excited to go on this camping trip. We're going to be there for 5 nights, and we're really going to learn the ins and outs of this RV. So, you know, we're going to learn how to drive it, because it is a little bit over like 3 hours away from us, but it's up in the White Mountains here. So with it being like in the dead of the heat here, June is typically our hottest month in Tucson. So going to the White Mountains will kind of cool us off a little bit. I did go in and did like the accurate weather, or whatever that's called. And it does look like it's still like maybe 100 degrees up there during that time of year, but it's definitely cooler than down here when it's 115. So we've got the AC in that RV, and it works really, really well. Actually, it works so well that sometimes I have to kick it down a notch, because there's 2 of those big ceiling AC units in it, and there's one in the bedroom. The one in the bedroom gets like frigid. It is so cold. There's been times where like we'll get it going just to make sure that they're working, and I'll walk back in that bedroom and the doors are all open and everything, like from the bedroom into the living room kitchen area, and it is freezing. That's what I told them. I go, we can't leave this on at night. I will freeze if this stays on during the evenings. Hello, Karen. Yeah, so sunny South Florida is where Miss Karen is. Yes, I'm sure the weather is beautiful over there. The thing that fears me most is when we go to travel towards like the East Coast, I fear the like tornadoes. I've heard of so many crazy stories, especially I'm on a whole bunch of these RV group things, and you can't avoid hearing like horror stories. And so they say, you know, check the weather, but you know, those things kind of creep out of nowhere, and you know, as safe as you think you might try to be, sometimes those things just creep up in the middle of the night and you wouldn't even know it. So I was actually just reading to my husband one of the things that was on there, that this family, they were just camping and their RV got demolished by the tornadoes that just hit those few states back east. And she was asking about if anybody on the group knew anything about insurance claims. And so a couple of people were commenting on there and whatever, but holy geez, she showed a picture of it. There's like nothing left to it besides like tires and the base of it. It's crazy. It's the way it got blown, it like went through a tree. So all of the parts like were split out, and then you could just see the tires and the base like wrapped up around the tree. It was insane. But from what it sounds like, they all got away, without any fatalities and all that kind of stuff. So that's, praise God on that one. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. Luckily, we didn't tell too many people family-wise that we were going to be heading to Oregon. I did tell my cousins just so they could kind of know what was going on. The other part of that reason why we decided to not go also is because that's a long way from home in the middle of the summer. That's a lot of pressure on this RV. Not to say that it couldn't handle it, but that being said, in this thing, to run those big AC units in the roof of that, you have to be plugged into power, or we have to run the generator. So it would cost us a fortune to travel during the summer that far away, because as we're traveling, we would have to have the generator going, which uses our gas in the RV to keep those AC units going because it's hot. And we would be going up through Nevada, through Reno, all that, through the desert and all that. And it would be extremely hot during June, especially the middle of June. So we've decided that we would just switch our trip to Oregon probably closer to the end of August, beginning of September, just because that, in my mind, kids here will already be back in school in Arizona, and then up north, those kids go to school the beginning of September. So that should help too. And then I know gas prices always kind of drop a little bit during school, when school goes back in. And then I do know that up there, they start cooling off around that time of the year as well. So then we're not, totally killing our budget. So just some of the things that we kind of just played out in our minds. I would love to get up there, as soon as possible to see everybody, but you have to be rational and think about, those things that could happen. And I just want to know and feel safe driving this. So I think this trip with us taking up to the White Mountains will be a good starter for us, just so we kind of get the hang of, how this whole thing works. And we did make sure that our friends got the site right next to us. So they'll be there from, I think we leave Monday, June, I think it's like the 24th. And then we'll be there through the 29th, I think, is when we head back home. So yeah, it'll be really fun. I can't wait to go. We've all been we got ourselves on our little phones here. We hooked ourselves up to the notes thing, and we shared it with each other so that we can start putting things that we want to grab for groceries and things that are essentials that we both need to make sure we are bringing for our people. So all those fun things. Then again, as fun as it is, it's still like, oh gosh, you're going to forget something that is probably something that we can live without. But knowing as we're driving up there, we can always stop and get what we need. Sounds like your bedroom in the RV will be great for hot flashes. Absolutely, Wendy. It is. It would be a fabulous place for that. And I have been having those through the night, but I'm telling you, it is very Arctic in that bedroom. It gets really cold. But I do know a lot of people who do like their bedrooms super cold. Actually, we've been having to turn the air conditioning on but it actually gets too cold in my home that we live in now. So I turn the AC off at night and I still open up the windows. Luckily, we have not gotten like into the 80, 90 nights yet. Once that starts happening, the AC stays on 24/7. So especially in our home. Other news that I wanted to tell you guys. I know last week I had mentioned that I had some news that I wanted to tell you guys. It's kind of funny. I told you guys I had like a funny story to tell you, and I forgot all about it because I think I was answering a question or something like that. But hello, Lois. So you guys all know that I am having the barn being built. So they called us, what was it, like last week or the week before. They are now adding all the finishing touches and the trim, and they're cutting out the parts for the windows and for the AC unit. And so my husband said, and now you guys are going to laugh at this, but it's going to be a hoot. You guys are going to love it. He wants to start doing a stamping class on either Facebook or a YouTube Live with me. So we'll see how that works out. He said, once the barn gets up and going and we get all of the craft stuff moved out there and we get our desks put out there, that he wants to do a class with me. And I was like, all right, buddy, you're in for it now. So you guys are going to start seeing Mr. Pink Barn Stamper having a class with me. We will see. It is going to be hilarious because if you guys know how we are together, some people think that, oh my gosh, they must really hate each other. No. We have a different kind of relationship where it's like, very rarely do we say we love each other because it's more like, oh, you stink. Or, we just say just goofy things to each other. So it's going to be a fun class. It's going to be fun to watch how his manly hands handle die cutting or using a punch or using a stamp. It's going to be real, you guys. Because I told him, I said, well, have you ever stamped on a piece of paper? He's like, no. And I said, well, do you know that you have to go straight down. You can't wobble it because then you're going to get ink everywhere. Well, I'll figure it out. Okay, guy, you figure it out. So it's going to be raw. It's going to be real. You guys are in for a ride with us. So when the barn gets here, we will definitely let you guys know when that's going to happen. Now I have to come up with ideas for cards that I think he can make. Like the cards that I typically make with you guys on Mondays, I don't think he would be able to handle that ability yet. But he will get there, and I will make sure he gets there. He's got a great teacher. Woohoo! We'll see. He's gonna get frustrated with me. So it looked like there was something on the wall over here when I was looking in the camera. I thought maybe there was a bug, but thank God there's not. That freaked me out. So yeah, that was news that I wanted to let you guys know because I could not believe that he said that he wanted to do that. Because at first I was like, you're lying, right? I was like, you're just messing with me because that's, again, kind of the way we are. And he said, no. He goes, I really want to sit down and make a card with you. I was like, do you have people that will watch you? And he goes, no, but your people will watch. I said, okay, we might scare them and they might like run away from me. He goes, no, it won't be like that. So it's all in the works. We will see what we will do. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. I think I went through all of that stuff that's happening in life. Oh, one more thing I didn't know if I was going to be live or not tonight. We do have people coming in from Idaho. They were supposed to be here today, but they were in California last night over by the coast. They drove down, like I said, from Idaho. They are at the coast. They left this morning heading towards us. They're going to stay in Phoenix tonight, and then they will come the rest of the haul down here to us. They are pulling a big, huge fifth wheel. Their fifth wheel is amazing. Oh my Lord. Their fifth wheel literally looks like a house. It's ginormous. Like our thing is big, But this truck, they have a huge, like massive diesel truck also that pulls this fifth wheel. And it has a fireplace in it. It is very, very bougie and pretty. I'm kind of jealous, but I wouldn't want to haul that thing around. So yeah, so they are going to be here tomorrow. So that is so exciting that they're coming in. We haven't seen them in forever. We used to live with them and by them in Oregon. It's kind of like, I've always kind of thought of her as my Aunt Kathy. She's not blood relative, but she is my mom's best friend. She was actually there when my daughter was born, because knowing that she hadn't had children of her own, I wanted her to be able to experience that with me. The sad thing is I had to have a C-section, so she wasn't in through the process, but she was still there with us through the whole thing, and she got to be like one of the first people to hold her, and so it was really kind of fun for her. So she's really close with us. So it's going to be nice that her and her husband get to come down and visit with us for the rest of the week. All right, hold tight. Let me get you guys flipped around here. Okay, as you guys can kind of see here, I forgot again on my new host code. There's been kind of some crazy shenanigans going on at home. Getting things packed, getting things, you know, situated. Like I told you guys, we had the construction workers here working. They are supposed to come back this week to put in our new kitchen sink and to do a couple of other things around the home. They need to finish putting the trim around the door. So all those fun things happening with us. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Kay. So I wanted to let you guys know we still have a couple more days that you guys can get the best there is. This is the May Paper Pumpkin. This is going to make your Father's Day cards along with some masculine birthday cards. They're going to make and more to express your gratitude and your admiration. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. It comes with pre-cut paper accent pieces and labels, wood grain textures, and masculine earthy tones. It coordinates with the Country Woods Designer Series paper that is in, look at this. I can finally open this up and show you guys the beautifulness in this new catalog. So the Country Woods is the paper is in with this sweet collection. And so the Country Woods, I believe, is this one right here. It's got all these beautiful wood grains in it. I'm loving this paper right here. And then did you guys also see that we have some of the gems up here that are in the smoky slate and basic gray? I don't think we've had any gems in those colors in a while. So yeah, this is a great set. If you get the whole suite collection, you will actually get 2 die sets and 2 stamp sets along with 2 different papers. You're gonna get those basic gray and smoky slate pearls, the embossing folder that is called the Eyelet 3D embossing folder, and then the 2-pack of the petal pink and white ribbon. I think the ribbon is out of stock right now, but just to show you that that's the suite that this is going to coordinate with, that paper, the Country Woods paper, which is available. Have you guys been thinking about joining Stampin' Up? Well, my team is wonderful. It is a great way to get yourself a starter kit right now that is going to not only let you pick $125 worth of product of your choice out of that new gorgeous catalog or any of our online exclusives, but they're also going to throw in an $82 value. You're going to get all 5 of our new in color ink pads. So you're going to get all 5 of these. You're going to also get all 5 of the Stampin' Write markers. You're going to get the pack of the Designer Series in color. And then you're going to get a pack of cardstock that's going to have each one of the colors in it as well. So that all 4 of those items come free in your starter kit, plus your $125 of your choice. And then you're going to get a free paper pumpkin in there. You're also going to become such a part of an amazing team. I really do have a fabulous team. And just know that you're going to get a bunch of business supplies. You're going to get a box of catalogs that you can then share with your family and friends. But know that you do not ever have to sign up under me as a business starter. It never has to be that way. Probably 89% of demonstrators are discount shoppers. So discount shoppers is the same thing as being a demonstrator. You're just going to get a discount on all of your future orders that you're going to place under yourself as being a discount / demonstrator. So this kit, you're going to get these 4 items in there, plus you get to pick $125 worth of product, and you're only going to pay $99 plus whatever your tax is. That's it. And then you can, if you never want to do another thing with it, then that's fine. But if you want to start saving on future orders, then this is the best way to go right now. We have mystery stamping coming up for the month of May. I have already put the graphics out there in my events here on this page. Just to let you guys know, I will be putting out the supply list on the 8th, which is this Wednesday. Then we will do the actual Facebook Live for our actual card making of mystery stamping on the 15th of May. And then I will draw the winner for all of you who submit your cards over in Pink Barn Stampers group over on May 22nd. So yeah. Okay. So let me put my calendar away here. Let me move this. We're going to go ahead and start our giveaways. For all of you guys who like, comment, and share last week on my video when we did all those beautiful Mother's Day cards. So these were the Mother's Day cards that I shared last week with you guys. So I am going to be giving these away along with a special gift for those of you who have shared my video. Now, this includes you guys over on Facebook who watch the replay of this. Just everybody needs to make sure that when you share my video, please come in and in the comments write that you've shared it. And make sure that I have a name that is visible on YouTube, because sometimes there's been a couple of people who have liked and commented and shared my video over on YouTube, but there is not a legible name due to people being in other countries and that kind of stuff. But just know that my giveaways are for those people here in the US. I only do it through that because shipping is atrocious. And since it's a giveaway and it's stuff that I give away to people, I don't do the giveaways in other countries just because it's just not feasible. And technically we're not supposed to be giving things to other countries or selling things to other countries. So that's a thing. But I did want to let you guys know to make sure that the following week that you're coming back and you're checking to see if I've drawn your name, just because I don't have a way of sending everybody messages, especially if you're not following my page. It's hard for me to have to try to track people down. It's kind of one of those things that if you've entered a giveaway, you kind of need to watch to make sure that you're seeing if your name was drawn. Okay, look at this beautiful coffee that she had done for me today. She actually put vanilla sprinkles over the top of it this time. Beautiful. And it's so yummy. And she was actually just telling me that she saw that the coffee pot that makes that coffee is actually at Costco right now. We watched The Deal Guy on YouTube, and he actually showed her coffee pot. So just let you guys know, if you're a member of Costco, you can get that fancy coffee pot that makes that. For the month of May, as you guys can see, I messed up and I still didn't get the new one printed off, but I did write it on here for you guys so you can see the new May. I know this says April, but it's actually the May host code that is here. So when you spend $35 or more with me, you're going to get this weekly card kit in the mail. But right now, my May host code is 944RB6W3. And this is for the month of May. All right, so let's move on to our winners of last week's cards and see what I've got going on here. So for coming in and commenting on last week's video, I am going to give away this beautiful card here using the in colors. This was for Mother's Day. I put the simple thanks on there for this. And then on the inside, it says, for all the wonderful things you do. That's perfect for a Mother's Day card. So this card here is going to be going to Miss Cheryl Merzenik. So Cheryl, this is coming to you. Thank you so much for coming in and commenting on my video. Then for hitting that like button or throwing up some of those little hearts for me, I have this super cute kind of, what do they call that? Monochromatic. This is using the blues, some boho blue and misty moonlight. This is a beautiful Mother's Day card as well with this butterfly on here. This card here is going to go to Miss, this is going to Karen Clark. And I think, Karen, I just saw you on here. I think that's who I saw. I know I said hi to a Karen. Yep, that was you, Karen. And she won that because she was over on YouTube. And then for sharing last week's video, I have this Biggest Wish stamp set that I'm going to be giving away along with this Happy Mother's Day card using some new product from the catalog. This one here is going to be going to Miss Vicky Buller. Thank you so much for sharing my video. It truly helps me out so much with the algorithm of Facebook. It gets more people seeing our video and coming in and just seeing what Stampin' Up! Has to offer for everybody. Okay, you guys, so let me show you that kit one more time so then you guys can see that when you shop with me, like I said, place an order of $35 or more. Now that is $35 before shipping and tax. So that is just strictly on product. And so you will get a kit in the mail that looks like this. You're gonna get all 3 cards that I am making tonight, along with the scraps that you're going to need to be able to create these cards. You're going to get your card bases, everything that is needed. Besides, I can't do any stamping for you, and I cannot do, and I do not provide any of the embellishments. Now, I do, as far as ribbon, I can throw ribbon in there. It lays flat and can go through the mail nicely. But as far as any of our gems like today, I am going to be using the resin dots that come with this whole suite collection. I don't put those in there because I know so many of you guys have your own different kind of embellishments that you can apply to your cards that would all work. So here are these. These are the 2 bundles that are included in this whole suite collection. Again, this is called the Unbounded Beauty. Let me show it to you in the catalog really quick so you know where I'm at when I'm talking about this, because you guys are definitely going to want to take a look at this if you have not already. So there is the big full sheet of it on page 52 and 53. And then when you flip over to page 54 and 55, you can see both of those bundles here along with the die silhouettes that you can see exactly what you can cut with this. Here is this gorgeous paper along with this shimmer paper up here. This is called the 2024-2026 in color glimmer paper. And then it comes with those resin, or those, what are they called? Yeah, resin dots. But again, those are out of stock right now. Up at the top of this, you will see that code for the whole suite collection up here. Otherwise, you can order things individually because it's going to tell you that this is unavailable right now. Again, it's due to these being out of stock. But It says that the Sweet Collection will be back in stock by the week of May 13th. So just a couple of weeks from now, or a week from now, it will be coming back in. So if you want to wait to get these, you can, and go ahead and get your bundles and your paper. You will just have to order them individually. So the paper here, this is this glimmer paper, and oh, it is so beautiful in these new colors. I am digging the new in colors so much. There's that pretty in pink. There's your peach pie. There is the summer splash. Here is the gorgeous shamrock, shy shamrock and petunia pop. Beautiful, beautiful paper. This will be included in the paper share. So those of you who signed up for that will be getting a 6x6 sample of each one of these. Then this is the paper that comes with this. This is called the Unbounded Beauty paper. As you can see, I've cut some of this up, so I will just show you. We're gonna actually be using this paper here and this. And I'm also using this pattern paper here. Look at this one right here. Look at these little flowers. Aren't those so cool? You could like cut this out or do like a little circle around it, or use one of the dies, like the dies in this set here. You could use that in like just an oval with this and have that just be the star of the show of your card. You could probably use this one as well. It would work. Yep, just like that. You've got a lot of options. This one's really cool. It has this. This is really pretty if you do this in the glimmer paper, and then you can see the outlines of the leaves, but that would fit in there also. So you've got a lot of options with these little, more like the labeled dies here. Then we've got these dies right here that cut out more of your floral images from the stamp. But let me move on so you can finish seeing this paper. So that's the back side of that. That one I think I've already showed. Then there's this one that is gorgeous with that two-tone back there. And then this one, very, very beautiful paper. So I wanted to make sure you guys saw that so you can see exactly what is in this paper pack. Okay, and then here are the 2 stamp sets. So as you can see, the Unbounded Love is all sentiments that work beautifully in your labels here. You've got the Best of Luck, Happy Birthday with Sympathy, Celebrate, Hope, Faith, Love up at the top with a peace. So really, really a pretty sentiment set. Then this is the one that coordinates with our floral images here. The really cool thing about this, and just know, I couldn't use everything in this in just the 3 cards that I made tonight. So I will be making, this will not be the last time that you guys are gonna see this set. This is going to be around for at least a year because that new catalog just came out. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what this set could be used for. So the 3 cards that I've made are using different things, but these ones here, you can make all these little flowers with just one run of the die cut. That is so cool that they did that, because God only knows we've had stamp sets in the past and die sets where there is one flower, and if you're making any kind of kits or doing anything with it and you've got to cut out 50 of those flowers, oh, I'm telling you, it's very daunting. So to have it that you can cut out a bunch of these flowers at the same time is amazing. You've got the smaller flowers that can layer as a on top of the bigger flower, so it looks more realistic. So very, very cool that they did that. All right, so let me share with you the 3 cards that I have come up with to share with you guys. So we've got this one right here. Then there's this one. I love the Petunia Pop and the Summer Splash colors together. They are just gorgeous. And then we've got this one here using that Shy Shamrock and the Peach Pie. Now this design is not my design. I have gotten this from, I think I know her name is Sherry, but I think she's with the Stampin' Delight, I think. She's kind of a fun person to watch, another demonstrator. So that card came from an idea of hers. I kind of messed with it and tweaked it just a little bit, but just to make it my own. I've also brought in the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder on that first card just to show you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and get all my stuff out here for this first card. So this first card, my base is pretty in pink, because why not? Okay, so there's my base. Then I need a piece of white. This is going to be my next layer. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take that in my Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. I'm going to run that through my die machine. And that is what I'm going to get when it comes out, is this beautiful, it looks like a woven basket. And it's a very, very deep, crisp emboss impression in it, since it is the 3D. I know, I can see that it's a little bit grainy too, Karen. Huh. Well, shoot, I don't know what the heck is going on. The last couple of times that I've come over here, I've noticed that it's doing that, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's keep rolling here. I needed a scrap of that designer series paper. I'm going to be using this design right here. I also need a scrap of the Shy Shamrock. This is that glimmer paper. And then we are going to go ahead and start getting our pieces together that we need. Now I am missing something here. Where is it? Gotta love it when you miss a piece of something. Well, it's not in my envelope. Just checked. Well, if we have to cut out another one, we will. Okay, anyways, there is that. Here is this here. I will be hearing that on there in just a minute. But we're going to go ahead and take this piece here, and we're going to be using one of those label dies. Now in here, you can see that you've got two labels that are almost the same. This one has like little tick marks as the decoration around it. This one has lines that are going to impress into it. So I'm going to take this one here that has the little tick marks in it, and I'm going to put that on here, and I'm going to run this through 3 times. So I'm going to make 3 of these labels. When I do, I'm going to get these right here. And as you can see, they have this little decorative little like pokies all around that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that scrap. Then on this piece here, so we're going to set those aside. Then on this piece here, we are going to take the oops, nope, not from that one. Back over here again, using this not trio, but this duo of leaves here. We're going to cut this out of the glimmer paper. And when we do, we should get 2, because I would run it through twice, but I don't know where my other one went. So it's probably, oh, there it is. It's laying on the floor. I was just going to say it's either stuck to the bottom of my foot or it's on the floor. So we're going to get 2 of those using that little piece there. Okay, so what I need to do with this is, because it is the glitter paper, I need to weed out. I want these little spaces open. And so on these little pieces like this, you can actually use these little insides as confetti. or if you make your own little shaker cards, you can use these little shimmery pieces just as a filler in with some of your shaker pieces. Okay, I have one more little spot here. Okay, there's that one. See how pretty that is? It's just like one of those little open leaves. Okay, we're gonna do this one as well. I always forget that I have the tool that goes to this that actually has the little brush on the end that you just wheel it across. I always forget to grab that, because it helps a lot. Because all you would do is you would just lay this down and then you would take that little wheel and run across this and all these little pieces would come out. Then you're not sitting here fumbling around with getting all these little guys. These little hitchhikers that want to go on our card. They're like, feature me, feature me. Nope, I want to see all those open spaces. Let's make sure we got all those out. Oh, nope, see, I'm missing one. Little guy was trying to be sneaky. Okay, then that is gonna go. Now what we need to do is we've got those pieces. We need a scrap of white. And then we have another white piece that is just gonna go in the inside of our card. So we will work on that in just a minute. I do need to grab my piercing mat here that I've covered with a piece of scrap paper. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab the flower, the big flower here. And I need a block. Actually, I need a couple of blocks here. So I'm gonna grab both of these. And we're gonna use both of the flowers. You have one that is like more solid, and then you have one that has more of your outlined flower. So I am gonna be using both of those. And we are going to, and I guess I don't need hair on my desk. We're gonna use Petunia Pop, and we are going to use Pretty in Pink together. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our Pretty in Pink first. And on our scrap here, we're going to stamp the more solid flower first. Just like that. Then with Petunia Pop, we're gonna come in and do the outline right over the top of that. So you just wanna see your, try to line this up the best that you can. And it's hard when I can't stick my head over the top of this, because you guys definitely don't wanna see my gray roots. That'll work, that's pretty. Okay, so there is that. Okay, that is going to dry, and when it does, it is going to, so let me show you the difference. So look at the difference of that flower. Those are in the same exact colors, but this is still wet and this is dry. So it dries true to the color of the Petunia Pop and the Pretty in Pink. It's just when you first stamp it, it stays wet, which creates a darker color to it. Okay, then I also need to take the You Are Loved, which is right, yep, oh, there it is. I'm going to use the You Are Loved, maybe, oh yep, there it is, right down the bottom. Okay, there's that. We can get the hair off of there. Okay, and now I am going to take, because I am using this little label right here, And knowing that it will fit right there, I'm just going to stamp the "You Are Loved" right in that space using Memento Black. Okay, stamp that right there. Okay, where did I put the lid? There it is. All right. So now let me grab the embossing machine, get these things out of the way so we don't lose anything. And we need to cut these out. Okay, so using this label right here, I'm just gonna put this right over my sentiment, and I'm going to kind of keep it towards the end there because I'm gonna place my flower more over this far right side or left side. So I want it more towards the right. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my flower that will line up with this. And so it's right here. And that, we're going to spin that where that lines up and take another little piece of tape and hold that there. Okay, so everything is in place. We're gonna take our other okay, pull both of those out, set those aside, and then we can move this out of the way. My arm exercises. Okay, so let's bring all this back in. All right, let's put this die back on here so I don't lose it, because that happens. All right, now we have all of our pieces. So now we can go ahead and get started on this card. I need to burnish that a little bit more. So I am going to go ahead and start adding all of my little pieces on here. Now it's hard to tell. I mean, these flowers go everywhere, so it's not like there's an up and a down, but see how there's lots of green here and there's more of that green there? I like to kind of spread that out. I think I'm gonna go like that. I think that looks good. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and adhere those down. And you can do this in any pattern. All of the patterns would work nice. Ew, I have a glue burger. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to place, maybe I'm gonna keep that, I like that better with that leaf facing down. Okay, so there's that one. I'm gonna do the bottom one next. So this one is gonna go right here. Kind of watching my spacing up there. Okay, that looks good. Now this one. gonna go right here. Okay. Yeah, I think I hear the UPS guy.
You did?
Yeah, I think he's up at my house. It's the screen for the French doors. Yeah, I bought the screen for it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I think that's what he's delivering right now.
He went up that way. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There is that part. Okay. Then next we are going to take our little sentiment. We're going to put a couple of the mini. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on my card base. Now I am going a little heavy on the glue, but I do that on things that I have embossed because there's so much of that high and low space from that embossing that you want to make sure it really gets a good adhesion on there. Okay, what happened? I missed something because Kim says, almost ashamed to show myself on here tonight. Why is that, Miss Kim? Hello, Anna. Hello, Laura. I am sorry that it is being kind of blurry. Yeah, see, Laura wants to know the same thing, Kim. What did you do? What happened? I think I might know. Are you referring to what you answered on what my little graphic thing was on? Don't be embarrassed by it because I was totally thinking it. So I'm just glad. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Your little Family Feud thing. I was totally thinking it. So I'm so glad that you wrote it on there. You're a rock star, Kim. That is, I even showed my husband. I go, oh my God. I go, I'm so glad she wrote this. No, you're good, Kim. Do not feel ashamed at all. That was like spot on. You did. You totally said it for me. I mean, I feel better that you said it, that I didn't because, yeah, I might offend some people, but no, you were perfect on that one. Okay, so then I'm going to put my sentiment right in the middle of the center little label here, just like so. Then my flower, I'm going to put just right over here on the end of this, like that. Oops, helps if I take the backing off of that. It's not going to stick goofy. Okay, that's going to go there. You couldn't resist. Well, you know what? I think everybody was thinking it, and you were just the one that had the biggest cojones to say it. So you're good. And if they weren't thinking it, they should have been. Now they can't not think about it. Okay, so now we're going to take these little leaves and I'm going to put just a little mini glue dot on the back. Now see, that's my kind of sense of humor. That's so me. So that's what I'm saying. Between me and my husband, those are the kind of things that we're like, oh yes, that's my girl right there. Okay, so now I am going to take the other one. And I'm going to place it right down here on this one, just like that. Okay, so there is the outside, and then we need to add some of these little embellishments because it just wouldn't be complete without a few embellishments. But now I need to figure out what I'm going to do on the inside. I think I'm going to take a strip of this same paper just to add some color to the inside of this. We could also stamp. So let me grab just a little strip here and cut this down because that's awfully thick. You know what? That might actually work. I think I kind of like that thick, honestly. Or I could stamp one of these flowers in the inside. I think I like the flower. actually. Maybe I'll keep that down there and then do a flower right up here. I don't know, we'll see. Let's get the flower done first. Okay, let's move this and open this one. Okay, we're gonna go in with the solid flower with the pretty in pink. And I need to bring over this. Okay, this is gonna go, let's see, just like so. And then the petunia over the top. Just like that. Gorgeous. And then, let's see if we put a sentiment in the inside. We said, you are loved. Then we can put, let me see, are there any leaves over there? We could do leaves. No, maybe not. I don't like that. That's too much. We could do a happy birthday. May all your wishes come true. Celebrate. You are loved. The world makes the world, no, feel better soon. Is being sure what we can't see. Is believing, nope. We could say have a blessed day. You are loved, have a blessed day. Yeah, that works. I think I'm gonna put that right there. That'll look good. Okay, let me get my black memento back out. Okay, and I'm gonna put this right there. Beautiful. Winning. Okay, now we're gonna put that inside of here. It's been so fun looking through all the photos of all of our demonstrators that just went to Mexico. Well, not just ladies, but the ladies and gents that all just went to Mexico and had a wonderful time. I so wish one day I will earn myself an incentive trip and I will be sitting and sipping margaritas beside them. No, not that I drink margaritas, but I would just love to go on a trip with all of my fellow demonstrators. That would be a hoot. I might offend some of them, but that's okay. Not everybody has to like me. I'll own that. Okay, so there is card number 1. Again, we need to add some of these pretty little resin dots on here. I'm going to use the pretty and pink ones since that is the color of my base. Okay, I'm gonna do that one there. Grab one of the little ones. Oops, maybe grab one of the little ones. Put that one there. And another big one right up, maybe over here. Yeah, I like that one over there. Okay, there we go. So there is that card complete. What do you guys think of that? Can you guys see it? Does it seem like it's too far away? Beautiful. Just fun, just using some little die cuts along with the paper using die cuts. Just a very quick and easy card that you can use so many different papers and spot here. A great little fun layout, actually. Okay, so let's get card number 2. Okay, card number 2 is going to be using that beautiful Summer Splash. Okay, I gotta put my hair up really quick because it is driving me nuts. It's on my arms and it is making me crazy because it is warm. So hold please so I can put my hair up. There we go, that's better. Woo! Talk about a hot flash. Okay, so let me get all my bits and pieces out here, my bits. Okay, so my base is going to be the Summer Splash. This is almost like a cross between Coastal Cabana and the Bermuda Bay. Okay, there's that. Then what do I need next? Then I need a piece of, where's my white? I need a piece of white. Then a piece of petunia pop. Okay. Then I have a couple of pieces of the designer series paper. So I have 2 at the 3/4 by 4.5. And then this one is 1.5 by 4.5. Actually, that's gonna go like that. See how all those colors just kind of melt together? Okay, let's move my base out of the way. Let's adhere my petunia pop. Now know that you guys are gonna find all the dimensions, the shopping list, all those good things with some still photos. You're gonna find the replay of this video over on my blog by tomorrow morning over on stampinthepinkbarn.com. Okay, there is that. Then what I need to do is I need to have a scrap piece of the Summer Splash. My brain went blank there for a minute. Don't mind me and my blank brain. What else do we need? Oh, we need the, yep, it's hiding. I'm gonna use this great big piece right here, this big floral piece, or I guess it's not floral, I guess it's more like twigs. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna cut that out. And once I do, I'm gonna get this really pretty piece here. Now, what I was thinking is, my mom's bird is out there talking away. You could do this in white and I'll show you and you guys can kind of figure out what color you want to do on your card, if you want this in the Summer Splash or if you would do it in white. Then I need a piece of that petunia pop, the glimmer paper, and then I have a strip going horizontal of this designer series paper to go on that. So that's going to go on that, because see how the pattern is going vertical on this one. You have to cut going horizontal, just so you can see the difference of what I have going on there. Okay, what do I have to do next? Okay, now we're going to lay the 1.5 piece with the 2 3.25 pieces on here. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do my outer ones first. This is another really fun layout. Can be done with so many of our new papers and returning papers. I know it's kind of funny to say that. We haven't really had returning papers come back in another catalog, so this has been wonderful. Keeping some of those, especially that Countryside Lane coming back. Oh, that is such beautiful blues in that. Okay, this one's gonna go right here, like so. Oh yes, Miss Peggy just joined my team, so that is fun. I've got a new team member. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Mary. Welcome, you guys. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Sheila. Don't want to miss any of you guys. Okay, so then I'm gonna take this one here, kind of goop it up so it sticks to this glimmer paper. And this is gonna go right in here, like so. Okay, push that down, make sure that adheres quite well. Hello, Karen. Thank you, Sheila, for sharing. Okay, that goes there. This is complete now. So now what we need to do, now that we have those main pieces done, we need a scrap of white. Here's the inside piece for this. I'm gonna lay that over there until we kind of decide what we're gonna do. I am going to take the big sentiment, happy birthday. I know it doesn't look too big there, but it's actually quite a bit different once you actually see it. Okay, there's happy birthday. I better put that a little bit straighter on my block, otherwise that's gonna come out goofy. Okay, I need to take, I'm gonna use this scalloped oval, kind of see where that's gonna fit. Okay, that works good. We're gonna use Petunia Pop. I need my piercing mat because this is photopolymer, so to get a good stamped image. Okay, I'm gonna put that right like so. Give that a second to marinate. Ooh, I almost just stabbed myself with that. That would have hurt. All right, let's move this out of the way. Let's kind of slide these things up so I don't destroy those. We're gonna bring in our embossing machine again. Push these through. Line this up. Now wait till you see the design that this little oval makes. Not only does it just make an oval, but it kind of makes a little decoration in it as well. So it's really kind of cute. It's kind of outlined. All right, so now watch. When I take this out, look, it's got that little decorative, those little punch dots around the inside of that as well. So it's not just a plain little oval or scalloped oval. It's decorative as well. Okay, so now we've got all of our pieces. Set my inside over there. Okay, let's go ahead and get this put together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my main layer on. This is gonna go right in the center of my base. Okay, that goes like that. What we're gonna do with this is we're gonna take some big dimensionals and we're gonna place that on there. So I'm gonna put one over here and one over here. Okay, make sure that my paper is facing the right direction. This is gonna go down towards the bottom center-ish. And it's going to be the full length of my card base. So just like so. Okay. This little piece right here is gonna get tucked right behind there. Now, what I was saying is that would be pretty in white also. You can do it in whatever color you want. I just think that's kind of nice like that. But if you had like a white piece there, it might stand out a little bit more. I didn't cut another one out to try it, but just to show you guys that there are other options. Okay, on some of these bigger stems here, I'm just gonna apply just a little dot of glue here. Slide that in like that. And I want to make sure this is not going to be too long that it comes over my card, because then it won't fit into an envelope. But I want it to go to the top of that card base. Ooh, see, put a white one behind it. That would be pretty too. Yeah, if you were to take a little white one and put it behind, ooh, that would be gorgeous. Yep, you could do tons of different colors on this. Okay, then I'm gonna use the little happy birthday, and that's gonna go right like that. We're going to put just a couple of dimensionals at the top because we want that bottom to sit below here. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit of glue on there to hold that in place. Okay, so that's gonna go right in the center, like that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's grab, I think I'm gonna use this one here. Where did it go? Oops. Okay, and I'm gonna grab the Summer Splash. And my inside, but I need my piercing mat again. And I'm gonna take this and just come up the side of this card here, like that. Now there is the option to add some of these little flowers. Like if you wanted to put that in there, you could put the petunia pop on that. There's ones right here that are a little bit different. If you did the petal, the pretty in pink, and then did petunia on top of that, that would be really pretty. I think I might just add the flowers just because we've got both of those colors going on the outside of this card. I think that looks like the way that those need to go. Okay, and I'm just going to put these just kind of randosaurus on here, like that. Okay, and when that dries, it's going to be so pretty, and all those colors are just gonna blend gorgeously together. We have happy birthday, so we can say, may all your wishes come true. May all your wishes come true. And I'm going to do that in petunia. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. So the other day, my mom asked me if I would go water one of the plants outside. So I was like, okay. I went to go walk outside. I'm just casually walking. I'm wearing a pair of like little slides that I got at Costco. And I go to open the gate and I just happen to look down. I don't know why. I normally don't look down. I'm just like, I'm on a mission. I have things to do. I happen to look down and here is a rattlesnake that was probably 2.5 feet long. He was probably about a good inch and a half thick. Thank God I saw him before he saw me. I went to lift the gate latch, and that's when I was looking at the gate latch, and I saw him down on the ground, coiled, because he wasn't coiled. We put a big, like a 6x6 piece of wood down along the bottom of our fence so critters don't come in and get into things. So when I look down, he's like blended in with the wood that is sitting there. And I'm like, oh my Lord, like, holy crap. So the foot that was closest to him, I pick up and I move back. And then I just kind of run backwards. It scared the living out of me. Like, it was insane. I was like, oh my Lord, I almost just died. So I go running to the back door and I tell my husband, I'm like, oh my Lord, I almost just stepped on a snake. And he's like, what? So I go, come here. So he comes running out, and so he took care of it. Because, and normally I don't like doing that to them because I don't do that to any living thing, but they're dangerous, they're deadly, and I don't want anybody else stepping on it. And it was heading like towards my parents' house and towards my dog cage. Well, as you guys know, last year we already lost one of our dogs to a rattlesnake. And so normally when we have them, we either call the fire department or we call our neighbor. But our neighbors take care, they're a camp host up towards Sedona. And so they're gone all summer long because they're up there hosting a camp area. And so I knew nothing could take care of it. And we tried to use the hose. Oh, no, no, no. It was not leaving. It just wanted to be around. And I'm not having that. There's too many things that can go wrong. And I'm not always the most observant when it comes to looking at the ground when I'm walking. And so, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, really like gave me the shock of my life. I was like, thank God I don't have heart problems, because I probably, if I wouldn't have been bitten, I would have been having a heart attack. Yeah, that's one of the crazy things living here in the desert. It is pretty scary, all the creepy crawlies. Like they say, what doesn't bite you will stab you, because all of our trees have little pricks in them. So you're going to get pricked by something. Having a black rat snake. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I'd have freaked out too. Yeah, I don't care what kind of snake it is, whether they can hurt you or not. They're still serpents, and I'm not a big fan of those things. The unfortunate thing is, fortunate thing is, I didn't get bit, but I went to school in a private school. So, you always were taught that serpents were, you guys know where I'm going with that. So snakes are serpents, right? So you kind of put two and two together and you just think of them being dangerous, whether they really are venomous or not. They still have teeth. I think all snakes have teeth. I don't know. I'm not a reptile person, but I'm just not a fan. And I live in the desert. Go figure. Okay. So now I'm going to use the petunia pop for this. Oh, they like the water and they climb. Yeah, no way. Nope. No. I know, I always tell my son, I go, when you walk outside, you need to be careful, because on the front, we have steps that go down off of the front deck. And so, or Arizona room, whatever the heck you want to call it. And so I always tell him, I go, they will get up on the steps and you have to really be careful, because you'll go to step down and it'll be in the crease of where the step is and you won't see it until you've already stepped over it. And I mean, if it doesn't see you, then you're good, but you never know what the thing's doing there. I would hate somebody to get bit by them. I mean, they are venomous, and I know most people can survive it, but I mean, it probably knocks a few years off your life. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's scary to think of those creepy things being around. Okay, so here is card number 2, our beautiful birthday card this time. Isn't that so pretty, with just that little bit of pop of petunia pop? Now I'm scared to go play in the river. Yeah, I would be too. Yep, nope, not if I knew that. Well, that's when we talk about going to Florida. And I mean, I'm not a I'm not huge on wanting to go to Florida, but you know, there's things there that we want to see. Definitely not a crocodile, but you hear of people going and playing in, you know, water things, and then crocodile comes swimming up next to you because they can be under the water for a long time and you wouldn't know it until it was right there. And yeah, no, no, thank you, ma'am. Not for me. Okay, what did I just do with my finished card? I had it somewhere here. There's that one, but where'd my first card go? See, I get so enthralled in the craziness. Okay, there it is. Make sure I put those two together. All right, that was card number 2. So card number 3 is using that Shy Shamrock along with the peach pie and some pop of petunia in there as well. So we're gonna do that one next. Yeah, there was my little off topic for you guys. One of the bits of scary things living in the desert here. Okay, so my base is going to be 11 by 4 1/4 this time, scored at 5 1/2. This is thick basic white. Okay, that's my base. I have another piece of white. This is not thick. This is just regular basic white. This is going to go on top of this, but we're gonna do some things to this first. So let me grab, I had a little scrap of paper sitting around that I needed. I have friends who float the river, not me. I've seen water moccasins. Aren't water moccasins, aren't those a snake? Yeah, nope. No way in the world would I be okay with that. Okay, so I am just taking this on a little scrap of paper. I am going to take, now you can use your Stampin' Write pens. They work for this. I don't have the Stampin' Write pens because I don't really use them all that often. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Stampin' blends for this. My friends had floating tubes out back. Oh man, yeah, no, yeek. Okay, I'm just gonna use the flicking motion. So I'm gonna use the marker part of the kind of that felt part, and I'm just going to use my lid and just flick some of that ink onto everything. No, I just kind of want to do it on here, but I was kind of getting a little crazy there. As you can see, I've now decorated everything else around me. So that's all I needed. You can do heavier, you could do lighter, how you want to flick it on there. I just more wanted it going down this whole side here. So that works. Okay, that's that. Can you guys even see it on there? It just looks kind of like a little speckly, but it adds some texture to the back of this since it is going on a white. There, maybe you can see it a little bit better that way. Just kind of gives it a little bit more of something. Okay, then we need a scrap of that glimmer. This is the Shy Shamrock. I will get used to these colors. It's gonna take me a minute, but I'm trying. Then I'm using this piece of designer series paper here. This is that peach pie. Then I need a scrap of white for my sentiment. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight onto this white piece here. I'm going to use my piercing mat again. We're gonna do some stamping. So I need this stamp here. Where did I put my, there it is. I need to clean this off because I'm going to be using the Shy Shamrock, not the Summer Splash. Okay, so I need that. I also need this one here, which were those little flowers. And then I need one of these big blocks. So let me move this. I'm going to need the other set of little flowers that kind of look like this, but these are more of the solid little poofies. So that I'm gonna stick right like so. Okay, I need those. Let me clean some of these other stamps off and get them out of the way. Okay, now that's out of the way. What else do we need? We need that. All right, and then we'll need a sentiment. I'm going to be using the sentiment that says with sympathy, which is right there. So let's put this one back on here. Which one was this? Have a blessed day. We need, what did I just say? With sympathy. There it is. Okay, put that right there. All right, now here we go. Let's grab Shy Shamrock. Find my space here. Shy Shamrock we need, and we are going to add this florally image here. And this is just gonna go right up here, right kind of in the center, but I'm gonna tilt it just a bit, like so. Okay. Then we need that we're going to stamp our sentiment on in that same color. So I just have a scrap here that is big enough. It's going to fit this little label here. It is, you have kind of these two little longer ones. I'm going to use that one there to cut this out. So hopefully I can get this pretty centered so I will be able to cut that. Okay, that looks pretty good there. All right, there's our with sympathy. So now I can put Shy Shamrock. Oh no, Vicky, yikes. Yeah, see, that scares me. Oh my gosh, like gives me the EBGBs. I would not want to be in that. Hopefully you guys have, those of you who live in tornado areas, you guys have bunkers, right? Is that a thing? Is that real? Or is that just like movies? I would assume that it's a real thing. I know that's kind of a stupid thing to ask, but like, are they real? Okay, now I'm bringing Peach Pie in and Petunia Pop. And I'm gonna show you how these work together here. So using the more solid, you've got the two here. I'm gonna use the more solid one for this first. This is going to be the Peach Pie, the first color. And I'm going to place this just right up over towards this area here. Okay, then the next one I'm going to use up over here, just like that. Okay, now with Petunia, I'm going to use the more smaller detailed flowers. Oh, so she has a, yeah, like a shelter. That's what it is. Now, is that a shelter? Okay, a basement. That would work too. So is a shelter kind of the same thing, like is a bunker, like that it's underground? Or is a shelter a place that everybody goes to when they know that they're on one of those warnings? Like you have to make sure you can get out in time to go make it to the shelter. Okay, now I'm using the Petunia Pop over the top of that Peach Pie. See how that looks? All right. Just like that. Now I know it doesn't look like much at the moment. So then with my scrap of, let's get these out of the way. With my scrap of the Shy Shamrock Glimmer, well, my prayers are definitely with you, Miss Vicky. Wow, that is crazy scary, but I know a lot of you guys are used to it, so it's kind of a no big deal for you. You live there, you know what to expect, but All right, so now I'm going to use both of the two bigger images here, and I'm going to cut both of those out of my piece of Shy Shamrock Glimmer. Okay, and when I do, I'm going to get the long piece here and the more fuller piece here. Now, that being said, I still need to weed this out, get all these crazy pieces out of here. Come on, thing. Jeez. These, you have these kind of bigger leaves in here. Hello, Linda. I would think that houses in that kind of an area would definitely have like something for you to go to. I have heard, but again, I don't know if it's just the movies that I've heard it from, but like they tell you to get inside of a bathtub or something like that. Now, me coming from California, we had earthquakes. And I know with earthquakes, they always tell you to like stand under a door jamb, like your door frames, stand in those, or you can go underneath tables, that kind of stuff. But clearly, tornadoes are a whole different, like, ballpark. That is, eugh. Yeah, that was the other thing that I have learned, that as driving this RV, you really need to be careful when you're on the freeways and you get some blowing winds, that it's like blowing a brick wall. So you are kind of this big, you know, solid mass. And when those winds come blowing across, I know we've got some crazy winds that kick up between us and Phoenix. And we get those habibs, something like that. It's those big, huge dust storms. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of those or if you've dealt with that. But it's like you think of when you're driving through the snow and you have like a whiteout. It's kind of the same thing, but ours is a brownout because it's dirt. And it gets bad. I mean, there are cars that they have a certain saying that you're supposed to pull over and not hit your brakes and just sit there and da-da-da-da-da because you don't want other cars to think that you're slowing down and they hit you. And there's just a whole thing that they talk about it. Thank God I've never been caught in it, but I know that it's real. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this, oops, see, I missed a piece. Dang it. All right, is I am going to cut, let's see, what did I do? I cut this big piece off. So, you know, with these little things, you can come in here and you can cut these apart. So I've got that. I'm going to cut that as well. So I've got this piece here that I'm going to stick right like so. This little piece here is going to go towards the bottom of my card like that. This one here is going to come over here. So we're just going to kind of place these all around this card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of glue. I know that sounds bright, huh? No, I like it. Well, it's like when I came in earlier and walking in through that, I could barely see anything because it was so dark in there.
Yeah, because the sun gets in his...
I was like, geez, you got, that's definitely a man cave.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to place that one right there. Now, I'm not being, you know, any sort of way about this. I'm just adding them as I see fit. So you can place them wherever you like these. Okay, I'm going to put that one right like, I'm going to move that up just a little bit. Okay, that one's going to go there. Then taking this piece, I'm going to cut this big one off here and here. Okay, there's that. That one's going to go down there. Then I think what I need is I'm going to cut, is that what I did on my other one? Yeah, I cut this piece off right here, just like so. This is gonna then go right over here. But I wanna make this look a little bit prettier. There we go. Okay, so let's glue this one on here. Like that. Have that go over there. Okay, this piece is gonna come over here, but first, this whole piece here is gonna go right across the bottom. So that being said, I need to adhere this onto my base first, so I know how much space to play around with. Oh, I wish you guys could see this shimmer. If you already have this paper, you know exactly how beautiful and shimmery it is, but oh, it is just gorgeous. Okay, this one is gonna come down here so we can see it on the bottom half also. Okay, I'm gonna place that right like that. Okay, and then I have these two pieces here. This, I'm going to now glue across, or not glue, I'm gonna use some dimensionals, if I know where I put them. Okay, so I'm gonna use many dimensionals. I'm gonna do 2 on the sides here. Then I think I did 1 in the middle. I'm trying to look at my other card and see what I did, because I still need to tuck little pieces behind here, okay? So I'm gonna go like that. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I am going to be using the Shy Shamrock. This is the bordered ribbon. I'm gonna be putting that on here too. All right, so now this, making sure my pattern is facing up. This is gonna be the full length of the card. This is gonna go right like that. Okay. Now this one, oops, I need to cut this out. So let me bring in the, make sure I don't lose any parts here. I need to grab that big die. Oh. All right, this is gonna go here. I mean, I guess the way I can see it is now thinking about like tornadoes and that stuff. Every place you live, there's always something. Like here, we've got the desert, we've got droughts, we've got, you know, snakes, we've got things that stab you, we've got things that are deadly here. Not to say that you guys don't have snakes places, but like Florida, they have, you know, hurricanes, and Texas, different places of Texas has hurricanes. So yeah, I guess there's, you know, pretty much good and bad no matter where you go. California, you've got earthquakes. So, I don't know. I guess there's natural disasters everywhere you go. I don't think there's any place you can actually get away from everything. Okay, so now using this ribbon, I'm gonna use the length of that. Like, oops, wrong scissors. I even grabbed the right ones and still go to grab for the wrong ones. Okay, this is going to go across like that. So I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Seal. This is gonna go right across the center here. Place this down. Like that. Okay, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on this. Okay, that is gonna go right on top of that. Okay, now I have these 2 little pieces right here because we're not gonna waste anything. I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals. Did you see that mini dimensionals, the price hiked up on these? So I'm gonna tell you, I bought some off of Amazon because I got a whole bunch of these little packages. I think there's like, I don't remember, there was like 10 of them of these packages that have the same little things in it. And I think I paid like very minimal amount compared to what the other ones are going up for now. Oops. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Sure, everyone has noticed. I try to save where I can, so that was something that I was like, okay, I'm finding a different way of buying those. And I get a heck of a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna place this one kind of just tilted like that. Oops, that's too long still. I need to tuck it further in there so that's not hanging below my card base. Okay, that works just like that. There we go. We've got quite a few different layers hanging out here because we put some underneath this. We did most of it on the base. Then we did some underneath this little label here. So you've got a bunch of dimension going on with all this pretty sparkly glimmery stuff. Okay, then what I need to do is we're gonna add some of our blingies, or I guess they're not bling, but they're embellishments here. So I'm gonna do a little yellow peach, not yellow. I'm gonna do that one there. We'll do a shy shamrock big right there. We're gonna do petunia pop right there. A big petunia pop right up here. And then another peach right up over here. There we go, that works. I think I already stuck this down. Yep, that's fine. I was gonna flip-flop those two, but that's good. It'll work. Now, for the inside of my card, I could either take a strip of that, or what I did in my other one, look what I did in here. I just stamped that same little image on the bottom inside here. So we could do that also. So bringing, let me move some of this hoopla out of the way. So grab Shy Shamrock. Stamp this right along this bottom area. I think I'm gonna have it go straight out like that. Then using the peach for my more solid. Take this up, wait a minute, let me grab my take that one there. We'll do another one over here. Up like so. Now let's grab our petunia. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's a little bit too blingy for a sympathy card, but you know, you might need to just brighten somebody's day with all that bling. You don't have to do a sympathy card. I just wanted to show that that's what it can be used for. I just like the way it looked. And I'm not huge on making sympathy cards. I don't make them very often. So, you know, every once in a while we'll just throw one in there. Okay, so then, if I can find my sentiments now, we could say, my heart goes out to you. Let's do that. I think I'm going to add that right there. And I'm going to do it in, Nope, we're going to do it in the Shy Shamrock because that's what our other sentiment is in. That would look funny if I did the other sentiment in a different color. So this says, my heart goes out to you. I could either place it right in that area, or I think I'm going to do it right down here. Well, I don't know if I like that. I think I'm going to just do it in the center. There we go. That works. Perfect. Voila. Okay, let me move some of my stuff so I can bring all of these in. Well, this one's really cool because you're using that whole like die cut thing with all that glimmer to it, but you're cutting it up and using it in different ways that it's just kind of a neat thing to do. Like I said, that was not my idea. I got that from somebody else, but either way, it's still pretty. And I love those colors together. Like that works so well. So there are all three of my cards tonight. I hope you guys fell in love with this set as much as I did. It is very, very beautiful. There's so many things you can do with this. Again, with this sentiments, you have such an array of your sentiments that you need here for birthday, sympathy, you are loved. You could do this for a Mother's Day. You could do it for so many different things just to put a smile on somebody's face. Send a very bright and cheery card their way, or completely change up all your sentiments altogether and just give a card for just on a whim. It's a hug in the middle, right? Isn't that what they say? That a card is a hug with a fold in the middle. So very, very beautiful. Digging these new in colors. Again, you're going to see me using this set for very, very many cards to come. These have got to be probably one of my favorites. All these different labels in here. I'm a sucker for different like shaped labels for sentiments. I really like that. Kind of just grabs your attention so you get your point across. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad you guys all loved it. Thank you guys for all your kind words. I love you all. I couldn't be doing this without you. Miss, who was it who said that? Miss Vicky, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Please keep us posted and let us know that you're okay and that you are safe. Truly. So, all right, you guys, have a wonderful week. I will get the supply list put up for Wednesday over for the mystery stamping for May. And you guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful evening and the rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.